Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Cities Skylines, and it looks like we've not got enough heat for our buildings. Now, bear in mind that we only have one little area that is providing heat for this entire city, and it's the geothermal heating plant. So if we take out this loan, then we'll be able to build it. But I'm actually going to take it out now, just so that our people don't have to endure the cold winters. Geothermal heating plant. Slope too steep. Oh, no, is this a boiler station? I guess that might be a boiler station. Alright. That's cool. Pipe not connected. I mean... Sure, there you go. Congratulations. That should be more than enough heat for everyone now. And we should have no issues with anything. Hasn't been a natural disaster in a while, which makes me think that everything is going remarkably okay. I do kind of want to, you know, I kind of want to protect my population against... Educate more citizens. How are we doing with education over here? High school availability? Elementary school availability? Elementary school availability is fine. High school availability is not so fine. University education... Yeah, there's a lot of university education, but there's no university education over here. Should probably get a uni over here somewhere. Space is already occupied. By what? By the road, I guess? This probably makes sense. Yeah, we can afford to pay back our loan right now since we're making money literally hand over fist here. It's kind of fucking bonkers. It's kind of fucking bonkers. Alright, so let's take a quick little look at our traffic situation. So our traffic situation, for the most part, I think it's actually pretty decent. Like, there's a little bit of high-intensity traffic nonsense going on, but, you know, it's actually okay. Actually, seemingly okay. Yeah. This specific traffic stop, or this specific area, is, pretty irritating, I suppose. But, it's okay, I guess. Yeah, we could further speed this up by making, like, a little bit of a... Making it a little bit of a quicker transition to get to here. So if we do something like this, I suppose. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. If we can get this to go to here, then that would solve some of our problems. Maybe even a slipway. Distance too short. Go fuck yourself. No, I want a curve. The thing is, I want a curve here. You work that way? You'll kind of work that way, but that's like the most abysmal curve that I've ever seen. Because we want to like speed things up. Space is already occupied. Yeah, I know the space is already occupied, but like... whatever. What if I set up like a route here? Is that going to make a big difference? That might make a difference, actually. Because this was... We could just delete this bridge, you know? That's something that we could do. Looks like it's mostly calmed down after we got that slipway. Yeah, okay, well, I guess traffic is something that we're going to need to keep an eye on. But something else that we're going to keep an eye on is the fact that our city is growing at a rate that is now pretty damn crazy. We're taking in so many in taxes that we can already pay back our 200 grand loan that we took out at the end of the last episode, specifically to pay for this nuclear power plant, which is phenomenal. We have clean electricity. We have a lot of good stuff going on with that thing. Very, very, very happy. Building needs to be covered by more services. Go fuck yourself. I spent a lot on services in the last episode. And I'm just making sure that, it's all good. Let's get a clinic down here because there is I mean, if we build trees, will that, oh no, they're in terrain. If we build trees, does that soak up pollution? Does it soak up pollution, or am I thinking of something different? Let's get a bunch of different trees in here. Also, I feel like I'm clicking far too much. I believe there is a mod that allows me to paint trees in, which is apparently vastly better. Can we get some rocks? Sure, let's get some natural rocks in here. Oh, that's a helicopter. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I have no idea if this is actually going to make the pollution clean up, or whatever, but hey-ho. There's no, like, other rubbish buildings that we can really get, so we have to pretty much just suck up and just accept that pollution. Alright, so there is a significant demand for industrial. Building needs to be covered by more services. Like, we must have, like, tier 3 industrial somehow. Building needs to be covered by more services. You're covered by health. You're covered by fire. You're covered by police. You're not obviously covered by education because that won't make any difference, right? Like, I think it won't anyway. Should I try putting one down? I'll try putting one down and see if it makes a difference. Apparently it does. Apparently it does. Educate more citizens. Okay, wow. Okay, apparently, if industrial buildings are covered by schools, then that makes all of the difference. Sure, let's get some more fucking schools over here, because that's totally how schools work and where schools, do their educating. Wow. Okay, so fingers crossed that we're going to see a lot of industrial stuff happening over here. Also, there seems to be a little bit of a water shortage. I would guess it's pumping. Yeah, water availability and sewage availability and all that nonsense. Pumping service, fleet of vacuum trucks that are sent out when flooded buildings in the city. There's no flooded buildings in the city. Produced by the city. No, I don't care. Oh, wait a second, wait a second. So this is excess water. So if I put that up like here, am I gonna pump out, if I like have a pumping service, is there any way that I can like artificially increase the amount of water that I output? Also, I better fix the sewage situation. Also, as you can tell, I'm an anti-environmentalist. I'm definitely not doing anything to help the environment. All right, so will that actually end up help increasing the flow of this? Is there like a max output that I can get? Electricity kilowatt hours, drain capacity. I'm gonna put down like another 1, perhaps another 2. I did see like a little place. Oh, there we go. I found it. So I'm gonna see if this is possible for me to like do a bunch of pumping shenanigans that will allow me to get extra water into this area. I mean, I know that it'll only work when we are pumping like a bunch of extra water, so I'm gonna give it a crack. I'm gonna give it a crack. Let's see how much extra water that we can actually end up pumping. Yeah, I know it's gonna cost me a lot of money per week, but it's a bit of fun, right? There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, we should now be pumping a shit ton of water. This area is very, very volatile today. Look, it's just, oh, the tsunami, it's finally arrived. I forgot that it hadn't actually arrived in the last episode. That's why it's so volatile. Anyway, it's only like a 3.5 tsunami, so it's not even a big deal. Also, there's a river over there that I didn't see before. Yeah, there's a river over there that we could potentially get to. I don't know if it's a strong river or not. I doubt it, but hey-ho. We're going to be seeing how this tsunami impacts us. As I say, it's not a very strong tsunami, so I don't think it should reach anywhere near where we are. Alright, but let's see if this is making a difference. Okay, we seem to be outputting a bunch of water. 128, that's fine. It's not enough to significantly change the flow of the dam, should I say, the electricity generated by the dam. Not like it really matters. We're fine for electricity right now. Building needs to be covered by more services. You're covered by all the services. Even covered by education for some obscure reason.
The Coast Guard is warning of a tsunami approaching the area. Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Wow, okay, this is a pretty big deal. I did not think that this was going to happen. Where's my flooding trucks? It's in water, isn't it? The pumping service. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Where do we want to place the pumping service? Honestly, like, I think anywhere is currently better than nowhere. So I'm just gonna suck it up and place it over here. Because I have a funny feeling that we're gonna need the pumping service. Space is already occupied. By what? By the road? The fucking road? Really? Oh, fuck off. Alright, will that finally work? That'll totally work. Alright, ironically, you need to be connected to water. I say ironically. It's not very ironic in the slightest. Alright, so there's a bunch of flooded buildings over here.
A tsunami has struck the city.
Yes.
Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Jesus Christ. Alright, this has been pretty detrimental, actually. There was always the risk of doing this over here. This is pretty bad. This is pretty fucking bad. This is... Oh, look, we've got some happy people who are upgrading themselves. Thank God that we've got this flood drain in place. Really happy that that's gone to plan. Let's just get a little bit of an outlet over here. Where is it? There we go. So that it can flood out.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Thank you. Space is already occupied. Oh yeah, by the metro. Alright, so that did kind of work. Like, we actually got off very, very lightly there. Like, it sucks that that had to happen, but I honestly think that that could have been... it's pretty much the best way that that could have happened, actually. I mean, we might end up losing, like, a couple of buildings. A little bit shitty. But overall, not too dissatisfied with the way that that went. I mean, it was coming for like a long ass time.
A tsunami has struck the city.
And it was
Take caution and avoid
a tsunami of 7.0
until the water recedes.
So I guess it was like another one. Like it was an additional one, I suppose. But either way, it looks like water's flooding out there, which is fantastic. How's the water pumping thing going up here? 144. So apparently it is. Like the more water we are pumping into this area, the more impact it is having. That's quite cool. I like that. I like that feature. Oh yeah, there was also a little bit of an issue over here apparently. There is no flood area over here. I've learnt my lesson. I'm gonna make it medium flood stuff now. And then... Yep. And then make this bit shallow, as per usual.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Slope too steep. What? I mean, that should be fine anyway. Alright. Yeah, alright. like, a little bit costly. A little bit costly, a little bit of water still in the city, but for the most part, that was fine, I think. That was fine. We've got our pumping services, right? Oh, no, we don't. I was waiting to say, why aren't our pumping services doing a little bit more? Well, they don't really have electricity right now, so that's a little bit of a problem. Alright, there we go. That should help a little bit better.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Alright. Let's get another one of these things, like here and there. How much is the upkeep per week? 1,600 for 3 of them. That's fine. Yes, I know I just connected it up to electricity, but now let's make sure that it's all working fine. There we go. Yeah, I'll take that, you know. Oh my god, look at the terrain. It's been completely changed. Wow. What is this? Low land value? Yeah, well, there's not much that I can do about that, buddy, I'm afraid.
A tsunami has struck the city.
Oh, I can build
Take caution and avoid
theme
roads
park.
and waterfronts until
Magica
the water
theme park.
recedes.
Our cameras are the biggest on the market.
That's pretty cool.
The loudest. Our lenses, the longest.
A fishing pier? Do I want to get a fishing pier?
Tools used.
Could get a fishing pier.
In fact, the most valuable camera is the one you're afraid to take outside.
And I'll connect it to the road, because
Only the best.
I want to.
Haven't you been hearing more about disasters lately?
Like,
I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel
will
like
that make a difference?
sinkholes just didn't happen as much when I was younger. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. One time
Come
the
on.
street behind my house just disappeared. It was there one day, then gone.
Why are you not,
The thing was, nobody seemed to want to talk about it. Maybe it was too
you're not
scary.
connected to, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna,
Randomly, maybe I can disappear.
there we go, get rid of you. You're now connected to the road, right? Well, that is, that is some pier. Yeah, good luck fishing over there. I mean, that's more like, good luck fishing over there, buddy. That's gonna be a challenging one. So it looks like all of the water has eroded a little bit of the area, but it's fine. It's fine. It's mostly okay. Fishing tours. Yeah, I don't give a shit about fishing tours. Plaza with picnic tables. Let's get some of this good stuff. Come on.
Gaze at a gazelle.
Why is the land value not high?
Shake hands with a turtle.
A dead person is waiting for transport?
Experience the wild in our wildest exhibition yet. Come down this weekend to meet our
Increase the value of the land. I mean, the value of the land should already be pretty damn high, right?
She'll hook you with her smile and hook you again with her curved toes. Used to
Yeah.
climb trees in the wild.
I
After
think,
that, take a gander at another new species.
yeah, I think that they should be fine. Like, I have no idea why our land value is not super high already.
Due to a
I mean, I guess because there was just like a massive tsunami that
book now and get a
that just
free
came in and
handful
like
of
fucked
phones
everything
with
up,
the
but
fish. Limit 4 per family while supplies last.
it should
We'll
be
look
fine.
forward to seeing you
Increase
for
the value of the land. Yeah, I'm working on it.
atmosphere
I'm
painted
working
to
on
look
it.
like home.
I'm
The
working on it.
city zoo.
All right, that's pretty good. Things are fine. Our rich posh area is still a-okay, apparently. Citizens are sick. I mean, they shouldn't be unless. Wait, what? Was our hospital killed? There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, let's do that as well, just to make sure. Crematorium, I also wanted to get one of those, like, over here. There we go. Should sort that out. Dead people should be able to get dealt with at a good pace. Yeah, so a lot of people did actually end up dying in that flood, which was less than ideal. So it's going to take a little bit of time to recover from that, but that was, in fairness, quite a big tsunami for us. Like, That was pretty fucking costly, actually. Pretty fucking costly. But on the positive note, I don't think we've ever been producing as much electricity as we have over here, because we're pumping all of the excess water out of here, which is kind of nice. Water availability, water pumping capacity. Yeah, we're pumping a lot of water into this area, which is quite cool. I like that whole concept of pumping water. Very, very cool indeed. This road still hasn't been flooded, which is fantastic. You're obviously not pumping anything, I don't think, because there's no water in this little hole area, which is fine. Can we build a dam here? Estimated. Really? Like, slope too steep? 0 megawatts? Really? Like, that's a little bit disingenuous, surely? 16 megawatts? Should we give it a bash? Let's give it a bash. Let's give it a bash. There we go. Let's see if that makes any difference to anything. I have no idea why I feel the need to do this, but I just do. It's not a very well positioned dam, in all honesty. But it might just be good enough. What the fuck? Where does this... I should probably expand this. Whatchamacallit. This is the one that's got smoke detectors on, so it should be fine. But... More, whatchamacallits. More fire stations cannot hurt anyone. There we go. It should make a little bit of a difference. Might see even a couple of people upgrade from that. So that's quite nice. Alright, you need a fire station as well. One there. One there. Whole area is now covered by fire. Health is all fine apart from this tiny little corner over there, obviously. There's pretty much nothing that we can do about that. Education. This area is mostly covered by everything, I think. But apparently there's not even a primary school around here. I could have sworn that I put a primary school in here. High school there, sure. In fact, I'm 90% sure that there was a high school there, but apparently I'm wrong. Okay, there's 4 primary schools. No university quite yet either. But there's not a university anywhere, actually. Interesting. Well, anyway, ladies and gents, we're going to continue in the next episode. My name, of course, has been Beautification. This has been City Skylines, and I'll see you next time. Bye.